Yeah. I should work in the
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I would like to get it.
We were taught, as native potters, to respect the clay. It's alive. It comes from the earth. As we dig it, we pray with cornmeal before we collect it from the earth. So we're taught it's very spiritual to us. It means a lot to us. We're taught early on you can't disrespect Mother Earth. So we respect Mother Earth a lot. And I'm just going down and then up, down, up. And you see, it's going to take me a few hours, but this will be my caches. This belongs to the museum, so it'll stay here. And I wanted to finish it here and fire it here because that'll make it more special. But usually when you're a family of potters or artists, you usually take up the art also. May I?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's my grandma's anyway. So.
Exactly.
And yeah, but it was so funny because I saw it in the shelf and I told her, that's grandma's.
Yeah, you might find that's good. This little round one can be good. Did you try just the flat on the table, Chris?
Yeah,
I started with clay work, not really building or making things. I helped my family paint their pottery, and that's how I contributed to our family. And during this time, I used to want to help my family do the fine lining and everything. It says, no, you're not ready, you can't do that. So, okay, so I go to the neighbors, and I knew that my neighbor was working on huge pots. And I asked her if I could help her, and she said, sure. So I started helping her. And then my mom found out that I was helping them and what a good painter I was. And they said, okay, you don't go there anymore, you stay home and help us. My whole family was very artistic. My great-grandfather planted boards, painted them, sold them, he embroidered and made drums. Clay is so therapeutic. It's just wonderful to work with clay and to build things. And every single piece that you make is a piece of itself, and it comes from you. It comes from your being, and you give it life, and that's what makes it so exciting for us. Just wanted to demonstrate how I do a figurine, and right now I'm putting on the corn husk. One's going to go here, and one's going to go in the middle, one's going to come this way. This is going to be joined by a piece going this way, and the last piece goes this way. So you'll see how corn husk overlaps, and see that kind of process going on.
I pretty much stuck within the traditional methods, but what I've done is adapted my designs to be much more contemporary. Back when my great-grandmother Serafina Tafoya initially, they didn't use sandpaper back then, they used the dried corn cobs with all the corn off and then just sort of wet it and smoothed it like that. So a lot of her older pots are ridged because they're not really completely sanded. The other thing I noticed about my great-grandmother, a lot of her older pieces, she would polish it 2/3 of the way down, beautiful, and the bottom would look terrible. I give up, He's going to carve this one, and I'm going to carve this one, a swirled melon. Nobody sands her design in. I carve it out with a tool. That's the difference between what we do. In the 1970s, a lot of potters, where we come from, started buying their clay, using kilns, commercial clays. But she said, I don't want 100 years from now for people to say from Santa Clara, I wish I could do that traditional style pottery, but nobody remembers how. So she said, I don't care what they're all doing. You're in this family and you're going to continue this. I always tell people if they come to watch us fire, or even my kids' family, if you hear something blow up
Don't talk to
or
me.
something goes wrong, I don't want to analyze it that day, okay? We'll talk 3 days from now when I get through the process of being upset. Yeah.
We're taught also early on that the clay is alive. If the clay doesn't want to be that,
You can't force
you can't
it.
force it. It's breathing. It's it has its own life.
You can have an idea that you want a piece to be a certain shape, but sometimes it just doesn't want to be that shape.
Yeah.
No.
So you have to go with what it wants.
I think that's the swirl coming up.
Oh yeah, it is.
It was on there when it went in.
It looked right at you.
It was like,
It was going, yeah.
Can't joke about those things.
I know. I think that's something sitting inside something else.
Well, that's great.
See, that's that one that delete.
Looks much better than his Johnny's.
That's awesome.
He slaps
Yeah,
it.
that's
He
his.
slaps the mic on it.
Come on.